I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Village Board for August 25th, 2026. Would you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Eltman?
Here.
Trustee Franz?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
That's six.
At this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name. Seeing none, this will conclude public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the July 28th, 2026 Village Board meeting?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any modifications to the minutes? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries and minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $4,352,628.48. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussions on the warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries and the warrant is approved. There are no items on the consent agenda. Administration, resolution authorizing a Dell Technologies 3-year MS 365 contract. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
Yeah,
Do we
motion.
have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yeah, this is our yearly contract with Microsoft for our Office 365 suite of products that we use to run the village. So we have a yearly amount that we pay them for the service.
We extended it to 3 years though?
It's been 3 years. This is 1 year. We pay it yearly.
Okay.
We get it approved by the board yearly.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 2, Community and Economic Development, ordinance approving a special use permit allowing a motor vehicle repair and/or service use at 1078 East Green Street, Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion?
Yeah, motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have any discussion?
Yes. The petitioner, Connemara Holdings LLC, is requesting approval of a special use permit to allow motor vehicle repair and/or service within the I-2 Industrial District. The business seeks to perform repair and maintenance work on its own fleet vehicles, including pickup trucks and other passenger vehicles. The business is not open to the public, and no body work, vehicle painting, or refinishing will be performed. All repair and maintenance activities will be conducted entirely within the 2,500 square foot unit. The Community Development Commission held a requisite public hearing. The Community Development Commission recommended approval of the special use permit, subject to a number of conditions, which include all maintenance and repair shall occur inside the building. A triple catch basin shall be installed if floor drains are present. And if they're not present, plans documenting how waste fluids are stored on and hauled away from the premises in a manner acceptable to the village shall be provided prior to occupancy. Motor vehicle repair and service shall be limited to passenger vehicles operated by the applicant. Mechanical repairs, engine repairs, and oil changes are prohibited on the premises. Outdoor storage of company vehicles shall be prohibited in the front yard and on Green Street. Body work, vehicle repainting, and vehicle refinishing shall be prohibited. And all parking facilities shall be paved and striped in accordance with the Bensonville Village Code. The village staff recommends acceptance of the Community Development Commission's findings of fact and their recommendation to approve the ordinance approving a special use permit allowing a motor vehicle repair and/or service use at 1078 East Green Street, subject to the conditions of approval therein.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, the ordinance is passed. 3 is a Community and Economic Development Ordinance of the Village of Bensonville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, denying a zoning map amendment at 26 North Center Street, Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yes. The petitioner and the owner of the property is requesting approval of a zoning map amendment to rezone the subject property from C1 Downtown Mixed Use District to R3 Single Unit Dwelling District. The principal structure on the property is a 2-unit dwelling with a residential unit on the ground floor, which is not permitted in the C1 district, but is permitted in the R3 district. Approval of the requested rezoning would allow residential use on the ground floor. The requested rezoning is inconsistent with the Bensenville Comprehensive Plan, which identifies the subject property for mixed-use development as part of the downtown area. The Community Development Commission held the requisite public hearing and recommended denial of the zoning map amendment. The village staff recommends acceptance of the Community Development Commission findings of fact and recommendation to deny the zoning map amendment request and recommend approval of the ordinance of the Village of Bensenville, DuPage, and Cook Counties, Illinois, denying a zoning map amendment at 26 North Center Street in Bensenville, Illinois.
Questions from our board?
So the approval is for a denial, am I correct? So a yes is for the denial, correct?
Yes is supporting the recommendation of the zoning board to
Okay.
deny the.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and ordinance is passed. 4 under finance is an ordinance of the Village of Bensenville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, amending section 8-7-7 of the Bensenville Village Code in regards to water and sewer rates. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Do we have a second?
second,
Being a motion, a second, do we have any discussion?
Yes, we do. Good evening, Mr. President and Board of Trustees. Tonight, staff will be presenting the findings of a comprehensive water rate study conducted by Baxter and Woodman. This study was performed to ensure that the village's water utility rates remain fair, sustainable, and aligned with the true cost of providing reliable water service to the village's residents and businesses. Baxter and Woodman has carefully reviewed the village's water system operations, infrastructure needs, revenue requirements, and projected costs to provide the village with a clear, data-driven picture of where its rates stand today and what adjustments may be needed to maintain the quality and reliability of water service the community expects. I will now turn the presentation over to Director Karachi, who will walk us through the study's findings.
Thank you, Lisa. As you mentioned, this ordinance is looking at our water and sewer rates. This is something that we have to take very seriously each year. Typically, we are passing through our DuPage Water Commission rates, which is really just the purchase of water. What we're looking at today is a very comprehensive look at really what it's going to take to continue to use or to move forward with a very aggressive capital improvement program, federal mandates that are out there for our lead service line removal. We are required to remove 567 lead service lines in the next 10 years. We're trying to do that in the next 5 years. We don't want to see any lead in our service, in our system. The cost of doing that is about $14 million. So we took Baxter and Woodman's rate study very seriously when we started looking at some of our rate increases. They did a good job looking at our revenues, looking at our expenses. We projected our capital improvement program out for the next 15, 20 years, looking at trying to replace these lead service lines in conjunction with water mains as well. We can go a cheaper route and make Swiss cheese out of our roadways, but that's not really what we want to do. We want to replace the water mains and the services at the same time. Our center part of town is really where most of our lead service lines are. So we have a systematic approach over the next 5 years to really get rid of all 567 of these lead service lines. Our current rate structure, Corey, if you could go to the one attachment that said 0 rate increases.
Second one?
Second one, I believe. Yep, no rate increase chart. This is really what our projection is going to look like if we don't raise rates. So in 2029, that line that's up there, that green line across the board, that's our minimum reserve. That's what we need to make sure by our ordinances we keep in our fund balance for our water and sewer rates. At our current rate with our capital improvement program, with the increases in water, with everything that we try to do to keep good, safe water and our infrastructure in a good shape, we're going to run out of money in 2029. And we're going to start dipping down very steeply in the next 10 years after that. So we looked at a couple of scenarios. A typical scenario that most people first look at is a 5% increase across the board. So Corey, if you can go to the next one. 5% increase across the board is going to push out that line a couple of years to 2031. We're still not looking good into the future. So what you really want to see is that blue line at the end matching or slightly increasing off of that green line. That means you're collecting the money that you need to service your water, to do your capital improvements, to buy your water. And again, this is also sanitary sewer, to keep our wastewater treatment plant going, to make sure our lift stations are all functional. So again, we have a very aggressive capital improvement program, and even a 5% across the board is not going to work. So what we came up with in this proposed one is a 9.5% increase for the first year, 9.5% for the second year, 7.5% for years 3 and 4, and a 5% for year 5. That gets you a chart that looks in the shape that you really want to see it. The only reason why we have all this money up front right now is because we've done a lot of work in the last 5 years paying for a lot of our water system improvements with ARPA grants, with other grants that we have, with TIFs, with SSAs, things of that nature. Those funding sources are about to run out. The EPA does offer low-interest loans for lead service line programs, but that's running out as well. We're getting indications that those may not be available to communities like ourselves. They're giving a lot of that money to the rural communities in central Illinois versus giving them to the big collar communities of Chicago. So we can't assume we're going to get any low-interest rate loans, zero interest rate loans, principal forgiveness, or even grants to work on some of these projects. So this is a worst case scenario proposal that we're bringing forward for our water sewer rate increases. We really think that this is what we have to do to keep moving forward and to provide this water to our residents. It's our staff's recommendation that's backed up by the data that Baxter and Woodman put together in their water and sewer rate study. So again, that increase is only going to be in the volumetric increases or volumetric water usage. So if you use 5,000 gallons, it's that part that's being increased. We're not increasing the fixed rates. We're not increasing any of the debt service rates or anything like that. It's just if you use more water, your rates are going to increase more. Okay. We also included in here is a 3% increase on our industrial and commercial users, our pre-treatment program. So that won't affect the residents, but it'll affect our businesses as well. What does this mean to a typical resident? For an average resident who uses 5,000 gallons of water a month and has a 3/4 inch meter, it's about a $10.46 per month increase per year. Okay, so $125 for the entire year. Okay, for a senior, it's a little less than that. It's $6.28 per month, about $75 per year. So again, it's significant, but it's needed. And we wouldn't bring any of this to you if it wasn't critically needed to keep our system moving forward, keep it sustainable, and keep our projects going forward. Put it kind of in perspective, this rate structure, a gallon of water costs about 2.6 cents a gallon. Right now, milk's going for $4 a gallon. So if you want to look, I know you're not bathing in milk, but still, kind of a little tidbit that I wanted to throw in there. This will have automatic increases on January 1st of each year. So the first increase won't happen until January 1 of 27, but every January 1, we'll automatically increase it by the 9.5, 7.5, 7.5, 5. So
Well, technically, you will decrease it after a while.
It's a decreasing increase, right? So it's kind of like rip the Band-Aid off now,
Yeah.
but we kind of have to in order to keep sustaining our water sewer enterprise fund. So staff does recommend approval of this ordinance and these rate increases at this time.
What was DuPage County's rate increase?
DuPage is averaging between 3.5% and 5% over the next 4 years.
And that's not the only people we're paying for water, correct?
Correct.
Who else are we paying for water?
I mean, they're paying water to the city of Chicago. We're paying DuPage. So that's who we pay to purchase the water that comes in. But we do all of our own treatment. So even comparing our water rates to other communities in the area, if they don't have a wastewater treatment plant, you're comparing apples with oranges, right? Mm-hmm. So Elmhurst just raised their rates last year 25%. So they are the highest rated water sewer in our area. So we do have some comparables up there. We were third. We're going to be second in water rates for our surrounding communities. But again, we also have a good quantity of lead service lines where some of these communities are less lead service lining replacements than we have.
So that $5,000 gallon, is that an average? Is that average across the city?
It's kind of a typical standard that most people use for a family of 3 or 4.
Okay.
So
And the removal of the lead lines was an unfunded mandate, correct?
unfunded mandate. Yep.
So it's on the backs of all the villages and towns.
Yep. And again, some communities are putting that cost on the residents. But, I mean, we have done a lot of water and sewer improvements over the last 10 years, which included removing some lead service lines. So to put the responsibility on those who still have them kind of isn't fair, because last year I might have removed somebody's that would have had to pay it this year.
Sure.
So we do believe that this should be spread across all the water users in town.
When's the last time we raised rates?
We did a
We do
DuPage Water
pass-throughs.
Commission pass-through
Right.
in 2025. So
And
we
that
did
was
not
just what
raise
they
rates.
raised us, we just passed through.
Yeah, the last time we did a significant increase like this, we had a proposal from Baxter and Woodman. They did it about 7 years ago. We had a 5-year proposal, but we only increased the rates the first year, and I think it was a 5% increase at that time.
Okay.
So we wanted to put that automatic renewal in here too, so that we don't forget, two, it's just automatic, and we don't have to come back and revisit this each year and approve it each year.
What's a senior?
I'm sorry?
Who's considered a senior?
60?
60. 60.
No.
'I'm not asking the next question.
62 in September.
After the 5-year mark, after the 5%, does it look like we'll be, I mean, is it projected to be okay after that, or does it look like another projection of increases after the 5-year
So
mark?
we'll do another water and sewer rate increase in year 4, so that we can kind of get ahead of that game. That's kind of our plans. We try to do them every 4 years when we have a 5-year increase. The rate that you see on your screen right now, after the initial 5 years, it does have just a pre-programmed 3% in there, which is just more of an inflationary increase. But again, that would all get looked at when we do the next water sewer rate study.
Okay.
And we do have the actual spreadsheet that we will own. They will hand it off to us, and we can make tweaks to it if we need to see how we're doing and if anything would change down the road.
Okay.
But pretty much all of our heavy lifting is going to be done in the first 3 or 4 years.
In the first 5 years, we have a very heavy CIP in the next 5 years to get this lead out of the system. So
So
we
a
have-
majority of it will be taken care of within
a
5
majority of
years.
that- Yeah, everybody, we will have no lead in our system in 2031. That is our goal.
Very good.
Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries, the ordinance is passed. Under finances, an ordinance of the Village Board, Bensonville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, amending 8-6-18-1 of the Bensonville Village Code with regard to user and surcharge rates. Is there a motion to approve?
Your
Do
motion.
we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion is second. Lisa, we have discussion?
I'll take this one.
Oh.
Okay.
So this ordinance proposes amendments to our wastewater surcharge rates. These are for businesses that discharge very high-strength wastewater. It's more expensive to treat than a residential wastewater. We only have 14 businesses in town that actually qualify under this right now. As we do our water sewer rate studies, we're also looking at our surcharge program as well. This year, we're actually removing one of our nutrients from our surcharge program, ammonia, but we're putting in its place phosphorus. It's just more of a concern to the environment at these days. I wouldn't be surprised down the road, we're looking at PFAS and stuff like that. You hear about that stuff in the news at this point. But what we're looking at here is for those 14 businesses that are part of our surcharge program, we've set up new rates for BOD, which is biochemical oxygen demand. It's just something we can measure. Total suspended solids and total phosphorus. So it's a 3% increase that will happen also for the next 5 years.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries, ordinance is passed. Public Works ordinance of the Village of Bensonville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, proposing the establishment of the Evergreen Street Special Service Area in the Village of Bensonville, Illinois. Is there a motion to approve?
Your motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, Joe, discussion?
Yes, thank you. The proposed Evergreen Improvements Project includes Evergreen Street. This is from Jefferson to Green Street. Park Street and Pine Avenue, this is the horseshoe, so just south of Green Street. So that's the project location we're talking about. We've identified repairs, a complete, again, industrial reconstruction of the roadway, concrete roads, water main, sewer, the whole thing that we've been doing in all of our industrial roadways. We have a preliminary cost of this project at just over $12.6 million. We currently have $4.2 million in STP, Surface Transportation Program funds that are obligated to the village through the FHWA and DuPage Mayors and Managers. We intend to support a good part of the remainder of the project, but as we have done with most of our other industrial roadways, we are looking to the industrial property owners to have some skin in the game as well. Typically, we have requested that whatever is remaining, we split it 50-50. We're not looking for that in this project. We're just looking for a $3 million commitment from the business owners. It would basically put the cost of the project at 4.235 in STP funds, 5.37 in village capital improvement funds, and $3 million in an SSA. So what this ordinance is doing today is it's our intent to establish an SSA and to set some of the guidelines that we're looking at in this SSA. We won't collect more than $3 million. We won't have more than a 7% interest rate, and we won't charge the residents more than 20% of their tax bill. So those are the three kind of maximums that we're looking at as part of this ordinance. This ordinance will establish a public hearing at our next board meeting on September 20. I wrote it down somewhere. Our next board meeting. I think it's the 28th. And we'll talk about the project, we'll talk about the requirements. It will start the clock ticking for their ability to fight the SSA or defeat the SSA. They would need 50% plus one of the property owners and elected voters in the area. There's currently 99 parcels that are contiguous to this project, and I believe there are 42 registered voters. So it takes a lot to defeat an SSA, but again, this ordinance will establish our intent, lay the ground rules, and identify that public hearing date. Staff will, over the next couple of weeks, if this is approved, go ahead and do all of our notifications that are necessary, which will be some public notifications in the paper. We'll also have to send out invitations and information to every one of those 99 and 42 people that qualify under this SSA.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, ordinance is passed. 7 under Public Works is a resolution authorizing the execution of a construction contract for the Fenton Security Fence Project to John Neary Construction Company Incorporated of Addison in the not-to-exceed amount of $163,695. Is there a motion?
You have a
Do
motion.
I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, a second, Joe, we have discussion?
Yeah, so Fenton High School District 100, working with the village, was able to secure $115,300 worth of an ICC grade crossing safety grant. We entered into a multi-party grant agreement with ICC, IDOT, Fenton, and ourselves. We did that because the village has the ability to go ahead and go through the grant process where the school districts don't necessarily have that ability to work through IDOT to get the grant money. So we're basically sponsoring this project for the school district. We have gone through the IDOT process. We've procured bids. We opened bids last week. John Neary Construction did have the lowest bid in the amount of $163,695. This is $48,395 short of the grant, but we also entered into an IGA specifically with the school district to identify that they are responsible for any cost overages. They are responsible for the ongoing maintenance of the fence, so they have acknowledged that they will go ahead and pay that extra $48,000 to move forward with this project. So at this point, the village would enter into a contract with John Neary Construction to put that fence in. We'll pay the bills, we'll get reimbursed by the ICC as part of the grant, and then the school district 100 will reimburse us the remaining. So staff does recommend approval of this contract with John Neary.
Questions from our board?
So this is a fence,
The fence is gonna go basically
By the
along the northern
railroad.
athletic fields. Yeah,
so they
it's-
won't be able to, the kids won't be able to go
Yeah.
walk across.
Yep,
Beautiful.
that's what it's intended to do.
That's good.
Any other questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries and resolution is approved. 8, resolution authorizing execution of a purchase order with with Compass Minerals America Incorporated for the purchase of 975 tons of bulk rock salt through the DuPage County Joint Purchase Program in the not to exceed amount of $72,472. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a
Do
motion?
you have a second?
Second.
Being a motion is second. I like talking about salt for winter in the middle of August, or at the end of August, thank
Do
you.
you feel the cool breezes coming through these
No.
next couple of nights?
No,
We gotta prepare, we're always preparing for winter.
go ahead, Joe.
So our next two items are both our annual salt purchases for our winter operations. Last winter was a relatively heavy winter. We went through a lot of our salt inventory. So this year, we again plan to purchase from two different sources through the state's joint bid purchase and DuPage County's joint bid purchase. We're looking to increase our annual allotment. Typically, we've committed 500 tons to each of those programs. We're looking to increase that to 750 tons this year just to refill our dome and have enough at the end of the year to fill it back up. The first salt contract in front of you is the DuPage County joint purchase. It allows for 80% minimum purchase, so we are only obligated to buy 600 tons. But we do have the maximum of 130%, which would be 975 tons, should it be another heavy winter for us. The cost under the DuPage County program is $74.33 per ton. It is with Compass Minerals America. Staff's requesting approval at this point of the maximum quantity of 975 tons, which is a cost of $72,472. If we don't need the salt, we don't buy the salt, but we are obligated to buy that minimum of 600 tons. So staff does recommend approval.
Questions from the board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries, the resolution is approved. Number 9, Public Works, resolution authorizing execution of purchase order with Morton Salt Incorporated for the purchase of 900 tons of bulk rock salt through the State of Illinois Joint Purchase Program in the not to exceed amount of $79,299. Is there a motion?
You have a
Do you
motion?
have a second?
Second.
Being a motion is second, discussion, Joe?
Yep, so the second one is the state of Illinois contract. This one allows for 80% minimum and only 120% maximum, so it's a 600 to 900 ton commitment. Now, the cost in their program this year is $88.11 per ton, working with Morton Salt. So staff is again requesting approval of the maximum amount of 900 tons, which is $79,299. And one of the things we do when we have these two contracts is we will always maximize the minimum cost and minimize the maximum cost. So we'll keep that in mind as we're ordering our salt. We hope to order the minimum on both, but if we have to go over the minimum, we will order the DuPage County salt since that is a lower unit price for us.
Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Altman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 10, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Ryotech for the design and installation of the replacement of the Wayside Horn System, which is WHS control system equipment at York Road Grade Crossing in the amount of $41,040. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, second, discussion, Joe?
Yeah, so in 2014, we established a quiet zone here in Bensonville. And the way we did that was we found a way to do this wayside horn system instead of doing quad gates. The quad gate program, which would have also established a quiet zone, was over a $2 million investment, where the wayside horn was more of a $350,000 investment. It's been working for us very well. It is 13 years old. We have been having some issues with some of the components. Unfortunately, the original person or company that we bought it from has gone out of business. They've sold off certain sections of their company, so nobody makes these replacement components anymore. So we were able to locate another company that is doing a similar type of program. They are able to actually replace the guts of our wayside horn system, all the electronic components that are within our cabinets, while maintaining and keeping the horn itself and the lights and the warning signals and things like that. So we were able to find them. They are a sole source provider. They're a company out of Nebraska, I believe, called Rio something, go by Ryotech. The cost to replace all of the electrical components is about just over $41,000. They will do all of the initial design, the installation, the follow-up, the testing, and everything for it. We have been having some issues where our blinking lights, which warn the actual conductors of the train, that is a quiet zone, have been going out on us. We've found a way to kind of rig it together so it's working right now, but we want to get this ordered up and replaced as soon as possible so we don't have to deal with this much longer.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 11, resolution authorizing execution of an agreement with Allegion Access Technologies LLC to remove and install new Edge 2 doors in the not-to-exceed amount of $61,500. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a
Do I have
motion.
a second?
Second.
Being a motion, a second, do we have discussion?
Yeah, so the existing 4 sets of electronic storefront doors at the Edge 2 were put in 1998. They are operating questionably at times and have exceeded really their useful life. So staff is recommending removing and replacing these doors with new ones, along with all the new electrical components that will control them. We did seek proposals from 4 reliable door firms to replace the door systems. Allegion Access Technologies provided the least expensive proposal in the amount of $61,500, so staff does recommend approval.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 12 is a resolution authorizing execution of agreement with Midwest Mechanical Services to remove and replace heating equipment at the Public Works Garage in the not-to-exceed amount of $285,940. Is there a motion?
You have a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and second, we have discussion.
Yep, so the one heater that we have right now that heats up the entire garage, not the offices, but the garage portion of Public Works, is original to the building and is having some issues, and we cannot buy parts for them anymore. So we are looking to replace that heating system with more of a system that has more redundancy and a little bit better placement of some of the heating systems. So we're looking at a new system that will consist of 3 400,000 BTU units within the main garage and 2 250,000 BTU units within the mechanics portion of the garage. All of these will be tied to our building automated system, and they are all energy efficient units. It will provide us with some redundancy and better heat distribution for our garage. Staff saw proposals from 3 reliable mechanical firms to provide their upgrades. Midwest Mechanical provided the least expensive proposal in the amount of $285,940, so staff does recommend approval.
Questions from our board? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 13 is a resolution authorizing execution of a purchase order to Energetics Incorporated for the purchase of installation of controllers, monitoring probes, and SCADA integration at the village's wastewater treatment plant in the not-to-exceed amount of $128,700. Is there a motion?
You have a
Do we
motion.
have a second?
Second.
Being a motion, second, Joe, discussion.
Yeah, so staff would like to implement these real-time analyzers into our wastewater treatment process. Right now, we do a lot of lab work and we tweak our chemical feed systems based on one point in time. We have the ability now with our SCADA systems to actually start monitoring things in real time so that we don't overdose our wastewater treatment and we don't underdose it. So we can stay within compliance of our permit, but we can also not waste a lot of chemicals in overdosing things because of a certain point in time. So these analyzers will allow us to really run our plant in real time and make adjustments real time automatically with our SCADA system. We feel this is a really good investment to make. It will allow a lot more automation in the system and a lot more efficiency with our energy, with our chemicals, and with our staffing as well. So Energetics is our SCADA provider. They have been our SCADA provider for about 15 years. And they would be the sole source that would provide the equipment, the installation, the integration of SCADA to make the system work. So staff recommends approval of this $128,700 contract.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Eltman?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's five.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. We're going to move on to some presidential remarks. Music in the Park, join us tomorrow night, weather permitting, since we've been rained out 4 times, for the Semple Band, a Chicago-based band that prides itself on its combination of musicianship and high-energy stage performance, so come out tomorrow and see us there. Senior luncheons take place every month, and September's will be held on Friday, September 4th, in the Village Square. Please join us for the annual summer picnic at 10 a.m. Lunch will be served at 11. Bingos and raffles will follow. Secretary of State's Mobile DMV and Senior Resources Fair. Need a real ID? Is it time to renew your driver's license? The Illinois Secretary of State's Mobile Driver Service Unit is coming to Bensonville to make it easier for residents to access essential DMV services. The Mobile DMV and Senior Resource Fair will be held on Thursday, September 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 at the Heritage Center here in Village Hall. CED Electric. Yesterday, I had the privilege of attending a ribbon cutting at another new business coming to the Village of Bensonville, Consolidated Electrical Distributors, a nationwide company. They moved their office to a new 135,000 square foot facility at 710 Foster. They signed a 20-year lease and moved their headquarters to Bensonville. We have had a lot of new businesses coming to Bensonville, and as both a resident and the mayor, it makes me proud that others see the value in investing and calling Bensonville their home as we do. That concludes my remarks. Do we have a village manager's report?
I have no report, sir.
Do you have a village attorney's report?
I have no report, Mr.
Any
President.
unfinished business come before the board tonight? None. Any new business? None. Is there a need for executive session?
There is none.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Elton?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.